here to talk about Berserk! A couple weeks ago, I think it was 2 weeks ago, the new Berserk chapter came out, and I told you guys I was going to do a complete analysis of the chapter and talk about the chapter, but what happened is that upon spring break, which is this week, it's weird because you don't necessarily get a spring break because you have a ton of extra schoolwork to do. Basically, the reason why I haven't been making videos is that, just too busy. And I just don't have the time to sit and make that many videos as often. But, that's no excuse, it's cool. It was kind of scary seeing my subs go down slightly, but it's whatever. It's to be expected if you're not making videos every single week. So yeah, yesterday I did post a video with me and a couple friends of mine, like skateboarding, but that wasn't really much. And that wasn't really what everybody was expecting. So, I know y'all guys were like, what took you so long? You did a whole live stream about this? Here we go. I'm gonna go right into this chapter. We're basically traveling through Casca's consciousness, her mind, and the astral plane. And we're basically going into how she sees Guts in the whole situation that she's in. And I was kind of happy. I was actually really happy to see that Casca is completely aware of what's going on. And I disagree with what Chibi said when this chapter came out. He said that Casca just simply doesn't want to face what happened. It's not a matter of just not wanting to face it. You have to think about what happened during the eclipse and how psychologically damaged Casca was afterwards. Like, that would mess up anybody. That would mess up anyone. They would permanently be scarred. She had to relapse as a character and go completely back to childish behavior given what happened. So I feel like it's not fair for people to say that she just didn't want to face it. That's very there's too much going on in that particular situation as far as the eclipse, and I'm not going to go into that because that's crazy. Yeah, at the end of the day, the whole situation, I was so happy to see that she sees Guts as less so a villain. She sees Guts as just an injured dog, which basically kind of parallels with the whole situation involving the Berserker armor and the fact that Guts goes Berserk because, goes Berserk. It was interesting seeing that, those black sheets on the side. The thing about it is, in this chapter, the symbolism was good, it was solid, but it was kind of fed to us. It was kind of up front in your face. It wasn't really, you didn't really have to think about what happened in this chapter. You didn't really have to think about what's going on in Casca's mind. It was very clear. She sees Gus as her loyal protector who she doesn't want to get close to because he's dangerous. Also, the thing that are fighting him are the apostles mixed with Griffith, on top of the fact that you have this whole dynamic dealing with them being because they look like the sheets, they look like Guts' cloak. I feel like it's kind of what is preventing Guts from being able to feel, and this constant attack that he puts on himself, alongside with the apostles attacking him, and the guilt he has from what happened during the eclipse. I thought it was very interesting. That mountain in the back, that is the insurmountable pain that Casca has been through, and I feel like later on in this arc, we're gonna have Shirake and Farnese go up the mountain along with Casca, and they're all gonna go up there and try to overcome Casca's pain. That's basically what I can get from that. Like, that's gonna be the whole dynamic. But yeah, overall, this was an extremely solid chapter. The art, once again, is Kentaro Miura. It's to be expected. His art is absolutely stunning. Just really introducing us to the whole problem and steps to like solving it. And I feel like the Maelstrom Queen, the elf queen is gonna be like the main element in this, is gonna kind of guide them through this. And I kind of thought it was interesting that they're like laying in like a forest of mushrooms and stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of stuff that Kentaro Miura puts into this that people don't know about. There's a lot of spiritual stuff that come from a multitude of different spiritual systems from around the world that he kind of incorporates into this, and using like plant medicines and fungi to do the whole healing, psychological healing of Casca's character. I thought that was wonderful. The type of influence that these other things have on him. It was just really cool. I'm looking forward to see what happens. You know, my only disappointment with this chapter is that it felt kind of short. It felt like we got certain things established. One thing, this chapter was meant for one purpose and one purpose only: to show how Casca sees guts. And that's it. That, and also to show Casca's mindset in more of a visual sense. So yeah, like those are the only two purposes that this chapter fulfilled. Outside of those two, nothing much happened in this chapter. I'm not saying it's a bad chapter. I'm just saying I expected a little more, but I'm not gonna get angry. You know, it's a process. The artwork is perfect. Everything was top notch. I can't really complain. I just felt like at the end of this chapter, I was like, what? It's over? No, that's how I felt. Like, I just felt like I was just starting to get like entrenched in what was going on, to the point where like once it ended, I got mad. Like, it wasn't even like the chapter's fault. It was the fact that it was short. Yeah, looking forward to the end of this month, end of April. That's when the next chapter is predicted to come out. My manga's almost done. I'm down to like 26 pages. That's another reason why I haven't been making videos, is because I'm trying to get this manga done. I really am. But yeah, that's it for this Berserk review / channel update. I'm planning on doing more videos. I have to talk about Samurai. I have to talk about a lot of stuff. You guys have an awesome day. I have to plan some more live streams too. You guys have an awesome day, and peace out.